Autistic Mystic, I am one of your subscribers and I just watched your video on hitting rock bottom. And I wanted to reach out because my rock bottom was also last year, around 6 months before you moved out to Maine. What you said in your video really, it made me want to help in some way. I'm using the Numinous Tarot, and please forgive me if this isn't welcome. I wanted to help, okay? I'm using the Numinous Tarot. I don't have the packaging with me, but that's what it looks like. And there's the 5 of Vials if that's interesting to you. I also am working with the 7th Sphere, letter Ma. And that's what that looks like. And this is from Labyrinthos. The Numinous Tarot is from Cedar McLeod. I pulled from Tarot first, the Numinous Tarot first, and I have done reversals with your particular spread. The first card is Justice, and I also consider this to be karma. I feel like you've had, because it's in the upright position, you've been doing the right thing, absolutely doing hard karmic labor to relieve burdens from the past. I'm listening to Spirit while I talk to you. These were burdens that were meant to be offloaded, pushed to the side, and allowed and destroyed by you. They needed to be destroyed so that you could move into the next lifetime with a clear conscience and a happy heart. You were meant to do this, and I respect the very hard work that you've been putting into it. I am so sorry that it's been this painful. Your next card is the 4 of Bells in reverse. That's the 4 of Swords with this particular deck. You absolutely need to rest. And this came out with the Hermit. You absolutely need to rest. Or my guides are saying resting and sleeping and eating a lot is key. Of course, continue to do workouts, but make sure that they're good light on your body. Yoga might help. Pilates might help, maybe not. Take that with a grain of salt. Not all forms of exercise are meant for everybody. With the Hermit, you're meant to study with your guides, and it also comes alongside the 3 of Tomes, or the 3 of Pentacles in this case. Any work that you do needs to be done with your guides, with your ancestors, with the universe, with Source, whomever you work with. You need to hang out with them for a decently long time and work with them on your next step. You don't have to worry, flounder about when it comes to knowing what to do next. Resting is what you need to do next, and then getting ready to study for the next stage of your journey that you're supposed to take. I'm going to pull out 4 more for you. I'm pulling from the top. You've got the 8 of Bells, or the 8 of Swords. It is a heavy burden indeed to see clearly. I'm placing this on top of the Justice card. It is one of the heaviest possible burdens that a person can take on, to go back into a past lifetime and relieve karmic debt. You were meant to do this. I understand that you said that you felt like your destiny was destroyed. It wasn't. And I don't know why I'm getting emotional. That might be your energy too. You've got the hanged one. Once again, you're being asked to pull over and stop and hang out with Spirit. You're meant to rest. This is being placed on top of the 8 of Bells. You're meant to rest for a decently long time. This is where you gather energy from Spirit. They're saying that you've expended enough. Your labors are done. You need to pull over, and stop what it is you're doing and get to a place where you can adequately rest, because you still have good work to do with Spirit. with the Hermit and the Three of Tomes. You've got the Six of Vials. I had talked about ancestors. There might be something that an ancestor or somebody like your soul in a past life left behind so that you can study with them, learn from their mistakes, pick up from where they left off, do what they meant to do but could not do for whatever reason. You've got the Three of Bells. It's the Three of Swords. It's landing on top of the Three of Tomes. I think you're going to be asked to study later on why your heart broke as much as it did. I feel like that there's probably too much trauma to really go back in and look at where the trauma came from, and I may not be speaking much sense to you. But this is a whole lot of heartbreak. Losing sight of your destiny is earth-shattering. It is upending. It is an earthquake within yourself. I'm going to switch over to my Lenormand cards when it comes to maybe one more message, and then I've laid my 7th sphere Lenormand cards in a pyramid spread, and I'll explain what each level means. At the top, which is about the current situation, you've got the Scythe, and it's already what you've described. This is the end of an era. It had to come into an end sometime, and I and my guides respect that this was a crashing, tremendous, painful ending for you. You were meant to go through with it. You were meant to go through with it, as difficult and as painful as it's been. The second row is not the problem per se, but it does explain the situation a little bit more. It can be about a problem, but it's you, autistic mystic, who is facing off one of the most valuable observing, participating in one of the most valuable journeys that you could possibly be in. The Fish is about finances. It's also landing on the House of the Clover, the ship. You were meant to be on this life journey. You went through a lot at once, and you don't deserve the pain that comes from hitting rock bottom. But you're strong, and your guides are holding you up. You were meant to go through this. My guides don't wish the pain, and your guides certainly don't either, from what I'm hearing from my guides, okay? I'm not communicating directly with your guides. Yeah. On the third row, which is something that you may or may not see coming, you've got Anchor, Cross, and Bouquet. This is about finding social situations. You're not going to be able to get away from them, but they're going to be a heavy burden on you after this. It's going to be hard to look at people who haven't been enlightened, who may still be playing the roles of NPCs, bots, and I hate to use those kinds of terms, but it's those people who just kind of go through life doing as they're told by society, by their family, by their ideas of what society wants them to do. That's going to be a hard burden to exist around them. They're not going to see you very clearly because the bow lands on top of the clouds, on the House of the Clouds. And I am wondering if this burden isn't going to continue to grow with time, because the Cross lands on the House of the Tree, the Anchor lands on the House of the House, which is about things that you carry around in private, which you don't necessarily let people see, but some people who do perceive will see how much of a burden it is to be around people who haven't gone through what you've gone through. Spiritual rock bottom is no joke for anyone, and it's what enlightens people into Buddhas, depending on your beliefs, okay? The last row has 4 cards. And this is about the solution to the crisis, to the situation, to what you're going through right now. Definitely, these cards are also saying you need to rest and you need to pull away from other people. The Tower is about being isolated to a certain degree, and you're going to know best what level of isolation you're going to need. But that's also in alignment with the Hermit that we saw earlier. This is you staying in your own home for a little bit until you recover. I do see the potential that not seeing clearly could be an issue. Not seeing clearly your way forward could be an issue. And this is where you need to hang out with your guides, with Spirit, for a while. They may have you rest for longer than you want to rest, but you still need to spend a whole lot of time with them and just sleeping, eating, doing light workouts, hanging out with guides, and that's pretty much all you do. And please take this as it resonates. There might also be a kind of sabbatical that you would need to take from filming, from working on your YouTube channel. Community posts every once in a while to let your followers know that all is well would be appropriate, but it might be too much of an energy suck to do readings every day, like I know that I thought that you've done in the past. I need to check how frequently you've uploaded. Double check anyway. So that's all from me. Autistic Mystic, I am so sorry for your pain. I don't know whether you were meant to go through all of that all at once, so fast, so hard. I'm getting that you're a very hardworking energy worker, and that sometimes slowing down is the best thing to do, especially when it comes to relieving karmic burdens from a past lifetime. I wish you the very best, and I hope I helped. Take care, okay?